Welcome to another edition of This Week in Disc Golf. It is Thursday, August 4th. I'm Charlie Eisenhood, and we got to break down a big week in the sport. At the end of July, the PDGA Board of Directors elections finished up, and we have some newly elected board members, both for the global board as well as a couple of European board members. Congratulations are in order for Conrad Damon and Laura Nagtegaal, who got elected to the Global Board of Directors, both with long careers of service to the PDGA in the past and in many cases in governance. They will be serving 3-year terms beginning on September 1st, running through August 31st, 2025. PDGA Europe Board of Directors also gets some new members. Antti Taranen from Finland, Boje Bjarnason from Iceland, and Zoe Winfield from England all get elected. They will help set the agenda for the PDGA in Europe, in the United States, and around the world. We also had another Disc Golf Pro Tour Elite Series event this weekend, the Discraft Great Lakes Open, happening up in Milford, Michigan at the Toboggan course. The most elevation that we see on tour. Let's get right into the action. Diving in on FPO, Paige Pierce defending champ at D-Glow, stepping up on hole number 5 in the first round and doing what Paige does. Smooth, controlled shot through the woods. Juliana Korver, hole 13. Oh, yeah, did that go in? You better believe it. Eagle for JK on 13. That's the way to bounce back from a bogey. Natalie Ryan showing off the power and putting it inside the circle. Katrina Allen, so smooth with the turnover. Just a beautiful shot from Kat, and a lot of strong play to get things going in round number 1. Emily Beach, one of the breakout players this year, leading the DGPT Rookie of the Year race, knocking in the eagle on 3. And talk about a breakout player. Valerie Mondahano's had quite the season so far. A couple wins already. She's looking good early on. But in first place is Natalie Ryan. Forehand. Par 3 11th. That is a smash. And canning the putt. Got a clean round going. Sitting at 14 under. Another birdie. And Ryan is out in front. 4-shot lead going into the final round. We go to hole 3. Ryan, backhand, parked. But Ohn Scoggins trying to keep some pressure from the chase card. She makes it a turkey. Gets her at 12 under through 8. And the best putter on tour keeps piling up the birdies, shouting out the crowd. She's at 14 under. Amazing to see Ohn succeeding on a long, difficult course. But such great course management and great putting. And Valerie Mondahano also showing off the putting. She's now just 2 shots back of Ryan. Second shot on the par 4 15th. Ryan gets the birdie there. A couple of shaky holes, but in good position on 17 to get up and down for par. Needs this. Gets it. Holding on to the lead. Just needs to par out on 18. And she's in great shape. Dangerous. Testing that OB line, but the crowd likes what they see. It stays inbounds. And Natalie Ryan is in on 18 for her first ever Elite Series win. She becomes the first openly transgender player to win an Elite Series or major event in the DGPT history. Let's hear from Natalie after her win.
I don't know what to feel right now. I'm falling apart on the inside. I'm proud of myself today. Before this tournament, I'd taken a couple weeks off to get my mental health in a little bit better shape, and being able to come here and then shoot as well as I have just after, talking with, many people and trying to recover myself from the last few months, it's been something special.
Natalie Ryan becomes the 6th FPO player to win an Elite Series or Major. That ties the record for the most distinct winners through July with 2021. That's also the most we've ever seen in a single season. So one more different winner this year would set a new record in FPO, and certainly we've seen the competitiveness of FPO continue to climb with lots of exciting new players. And hey, we haven't even seen Ella Hansen win an Elite Series event yet this year. So we go over to MPO. Paul McBeth knows a thing or two about winning at DGLO and shooting 18 under par. And shots like that helped him do it. This time for the birdie on 2. Picking up where he left off at European Open. Corey Ellis had his best ever finish on tour here last year, 3rd place. Trying to replicate that. Nice shot early in round 1. Calvin Heimburg trying to shake off kind of a mini slump that he's been in lately. And we saw how great Kyle Klein was here a year ago. He's coming back into form, and that is a great shot on 16. Corey Ellis knocking down a birdie on 18. A little bit of foreshadowing. He gets to 10 under par, and he's tied for the lead with Kyle Klein. To round 2. Ellis keeping it going. Not just a great putter. He's looking sharp off the tees. He's got a 1-shot lead on Klein. Heimburg 5 shots back, but this will help him claw 1 back. Just a nasty shot on 9. And then Heimburg again in for the birdie on 16. That gets him to 15 under. He's now just 2 shots back of Ellis, who takes par. We go to the final round. Calvin able to tie it up with Ellis through 4 holes. Ricky trying to put some pressure on. Heimburg still tied for the lead on hole 8. Huge second shot. Camera guy can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's right under the basket. Ricky, bang. Let's get little raptor legs going. He's got a clean sheet going. Corey Ellis throwing it in on 10. That is the way to tie it back up. He gets to 21 under. He and Calvin deadlocked. Gavin Rathbun, a couple shots back of Heimburg, but he is starting to look like he is getting back to 100% following his labrum repair. Great to see Gavin playing well. Calvin, 16. That'll work. He's got a 2-shot lead following 16. Ellis has some ground to make up. On 17, Heimburg goes OB off the tee. Ellis in good position, and he puts it inside the circle. Going to have a little bit of an obstructed putt through the trees, but no problem for the best putter on tour in 2021. Now just a shot back. Can he continue to put the pressure on Heimburg? He played this great in round 1. He plays it great again in round 3. Heimburg just outside the circle for the win. Not there. So Ellis needs this to try to force a playoff, and he gets it. Ellis locks it up with Heimburg. Heimburg taps in for par, and we are going to a playoff. Ellis is first on the box. Look at the spectators in Michigan. Now this disc maybe didn't get quite enough turnover on it. It's fading out a little early. Testing that wall. And we can't quite see where it lands, but he is out of bounds by millimeters. It clipped off the wall, almost came back in bounds, but he's on the wrong side of the rope. And that means that Calvin Heimburg just has to execute for a par. That's the line you want. Tighter to the trees, riding that turnover. And he's over by the basket. Ellis, last ditch chance here. He's got to make this. And not there. So for Heimburg, it's a simple layup and a drop in. And he wins his 2nd Elite Series event of the year. He's one of just a couple guys to get that done so far this season, and he is right back on track in a contract year. Calvin Heimburg, your champ. Let's hear from him after the round.
I mean, this is kind of a thrower's course. You have to be throwing amazing shots to really put yourself in position for birdie. So I threw the disc really well this week, gave myself a lot of looks. Didn't make all the putts, but I made enough. So thanks everyone for watching, and shout out to my sponsors, Innova, Millennium, and everyone else. So thank you.
Everyone.
So Calvin Heimburg wins his second event of the season, both in a playoff after winning Jonesboro on a similar course in a playoff. And he becomes one of just 3 players in MPO to have 2 Elite Series or major wins this season. He's joined in that category by Ricky Wysocki and Simon Lizotte. The Player of the Year battle is heating up, and we aren't even to Worlds yet. So we'll see what Calvin can do as the season rolls on. He's still looking for his first major title. Well, as of yesterday, you can now buy tickets to watch the new documentary about Paige Pierce and her chase for his 6th World Championship. It's called Fierce, and tickets are available now on the Disc Golf Network. They're $11.99 if you're not a subscriber, and you can get a ticket for 50% off if you are a DGN subscriber. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is collaborating with Pierce to host a limited screening of her recently completed feature-length documentary, and it was going to premiere on August 10th, next week, that's next Wednesday, on the Disc Golf Network. Pierce said, quote, "This limited showing on Disc Golf Network is a critical next step in the process of achieving mainstream distribution for the documentary. The goal right now is to show that the disc golf community is hungry for this kind of story and that the film would do well with a wider audience. Partnering with Disc Golf Network is a natural fit to make this happen, and I can't wait for my fans to have a chance to see the film." The film was shot throughout much of last season as Paige chased a 6th World Championship, coming up short on the final hole of the tournament to Katrina Allen. There's going to be a live Q&A streamed on the Disc Golf Network at 9 p.m. on August 10th, following the availability of watching the film. And it will be available on demand following the initial premiere. Paige Pierce and the filmmakers are hoping to get wider distribution on a platform like Netflix or something similar, but those platforms are typically interested in knowing about how many people will actually pay to watch the film, hence the paywalled release on the Disc Golf Network. So you can buy your tickets now. Again, the premiere is August 10th. Let's take a quick look at a trailer from Fierce, and I certainly know I can't wait to watch it.
That's why I play. Like, everybody wants to be a world champion, and this is the biggest tournament in disc golf. What I think about, like, almost every day when I go out to practice, and it's just my dream. So yeah, I'm working to get the world title.
It's the biggest tournament we have. We're trying to be the best. I don't care what anyone says. We came out here to be the best. We came out here to win.
It's the gold medal. It's the Olympics of disc golf. If you want to be the best, you win world.
It doesn't happen to a lot of people, and when it does, it's huge.
You can go to discgolfnetwork.com to get your tickets to watch Fierce, again premiering on August 10th. Before we get to this week's Social Media Minute, I wanted to quickly give you the Statmando stat of the week. After his win at Deglo, Calvin Heimburg now has 7 Elite Series victories. 3 of them have come in a playoff, and one of them came in a tie when he and Ricky Wysocki agreed to take the tie last year at Ledgestone, which had the ending final round get canceled due to lightning. That means that over the course of his 7 wins, his total cumulative victory by strokes is 5 strokes in his 7 wins. He is quickly becoming known for his playoff acumen. We'll see if he pulls off the unthinkable and wins a 3rd playoff in a single season. Could happen later this year. Now to the Social Media Minute. And we're going to go to a social media platform that we don't often talk about here on This Week in Disc Golf, LinkedIn. That's right. UC Maresma posting over on LinkedIn about the number of people who showed up to the European Open. The daily attendance estimates, guessing that over 15,000 people came out throughout the week, including 5,500 for the final round on Sunday. It's believed to be the most people who have attended a disc golf tournament in person, raising the bar from the European Open in 2019. We'll see if any U.S. events can crack 5,000 at some point this year or soon. Coming up this weekend, we have a Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series event. It's the Mid-America Open, and it takes place on the hallowed grounds of Harmony Bends, a John Houck designed course in Missouri, considered one of the best courses in the entire country, let alone Missouri. 25% of the typical points are available for players this weekend as compared to an Elite Series event. And we'll see players like Gannon Buhr, Kyle Klein, Natalie Ryan, Sarah Hokum battling it out to try to get a win at Harmony Bends. Last year, there was so much rain that they couldn't play the tournament at Harmony Bends, so it's been 2 years since it's been at that course, and it's going to be a welcome return to the tour for one of the best courses in the country. You can follow along with the event on the Disc Golf Pro Tour YouTube channel, where post-production coverage will be available daily. And there will be live coverage of the final round for DGN subscribers on Sunday. So go to discgolfnetwork.com for the event details. That is going to do it for this week's This Week in Disc Golf. We'll talk to you next time.